All right, Rise and SKOL. It is Friday morning, a wonderful, a holiday Friday morning.
Mm.
The best ones you can get. Welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. We're going to whip out a nice Rise and SKOL, plenty of Vikings news, comments. I've got some trivia in there, plenty of stuff. Hit that sub, hit that like. Happy
Yeah,
holidays.
good morning. Hope everybody's got a nice cup of Joe in their hand. Warm you up, wake you up as well.
Yeah, nothing better than a nice hot cup of coffee. But let's get into some Vikings news right out of the gates. And it seems like some big time writers are maybe having second thoughts on Sam Darnold, maybe actually getting franchised. It was Albert Breer and Ben Gosling.
Yeah. I think was it Gosling that was like, yeah, this could definitely happen. The more I think about it, and Beer was kind of putting a little bit of cold water on it, but saying it's still a possibility. So seems to be a pretty big flip from just what we heard a week ago for the majority, saying the Vikings, JJ McCarthy moving forward and Darnold will be elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a wide variety out there. There's people that say there's no way it's happening. McCarthy's their guy. This has been the plan, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden you hear these other guys like, you know what, maybe they do the franchise tag. And that's what they're saying, franchise tag, not like long-term deal or anything.
And it doesn't mean it's not a tag and trade either. I mean, that's always on the table as well.
This is going to be very emotional. I'm too invested. I keep going one way or the other. The franchise tag makes sense. 1 year, make sure McCarthy's right, make sure he's back, make sure he's the real deal. But on the other side of it, it's like I just want to see JJ McCarthy. I don't know what to do.
And maybe there is a team that really wants Sam Darnold, doesn't want to get in a bidding war, so they're willing to, hey, Vikings franchise, and we'll trade you. Maybe there's a team that's willing to do that too. So it could make sense for the Vikings from a business standpoint and getting some of those draft picks back that they used the last couple of years to trade up to get Dallas Turner and others.
We will see. The chatter will not stop. Obviously, we'll see how far we go in the playoffs, and that'll probably have a big deciding factor on what Sam Darnold does. But let's go to Doogie Wolfson put out there. He's saying between Cam Bynum and Byron Murphy, both upcoming free agents that are going to get paid, he leans more towards them signing Byron Murphy, and even goes and says that it was never even close with Cam Bynum in the offseason, which is the biggest part of it. He said he could chase a number like Xavier McKinney, top dollar. So let's start with Byron Murphy. Murphy, it sounds like he's coming. Like, we're going to bring him back.
And I would, too. A much more premium position. He's played well. He's got all these interceptions this year. I feel like he's pretty damn good against the run as well. So Byron Murphy, that would be my choice if I had to pick one of them, would be to go that route. And, I think that's definitely going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, if you have to pick between the two, I'm taking Byron Murphy. But Cam Bynum has been damn good. The one thing that kind of confuses me, and he says they want to invest that much into a safety. Like, their first draft pick ever was Lewis Seen. So they must like safeties. Not very good one, but
it was also the end of the first round. So, I mean,
still, that makes it very confusing for me.
They got the money to invest in both. It's not like there's any kind of you can only have one or the other. They could have both if they wanted to. Maybe they just don't think Cam Bynum is worth that contract. We'll see it here in the offseason. But I was going to say, think about falling back to, you could trust Kwesi to draft on these positions, but we can't at this point.
I like Cam Bynum. I want him to come back. I do not want to pay him top safety money.
I just feel like he, has a good game, he disappears for a couple, then he has a good game, and disappears again. That's kind of been what he does.
Yeah, I mean, and the biggest issue, Harrison Smith will most likely not be back either. But someone put out there that he's potentially going to be playing and might play next year.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't think there's much left in the tank there. I'd really like to see him go off in the sunset with a Vikings Super Bowl win.
Yeah. We will see a couple other Vikings Nuggets. Redmond, our defensive lineman, appears that he's going to be out. Concussion protocol, still not practicing. That blows ass.
Yeah, and I know KOC was hoping to have him back, but we all know concussion protocol, once you're in that, you're definitely – chances you playing that following week are very, very, very slim. So, yeah, it's going to suck not having him out there. He's a wrecking ball, a lot of energy. He's been grading all high. He's been playing well. His defense, especially in the run, a team like the Seahawks. It sounds like Kenny Walker did practice yesterday. Maybe full go when it comes to their back. So they could definitely run the ball against this front.
Kenny Walker can eat it. We're going to stuff him left and right. And then just one other nugget I saw out there. Aaron Jones is crazy. He's actually on pace to have his best season ever when it comes to rushing yards, which just shows how great of a signing this was, how big of a stick up the ass this is the Packers. Say, you know what? He was there for years. Comes 1 year, Minnesota. Best rushing year of his career.
Is that a saying? Stick up the ass? You ever had one?
Is now. When the holidays are there and all your relatives are there and you're annoyed and you got a couple beers in you, you tell Grandma, put that stick up your ass.
Wow. That's her cane. That's how she gets around.
So yeah, Aaron Jones, beautiful. It's only by like 4 yards right now, so he needs to get it. And we're gonna run.
One of the keys for him is continue to stay healthy. He's been relatively healthy this whole season, so continue to stay healthy. And man, he ran hard against those Bears on Monday. Quick
trivia right now, and I kind of threw a softball here. Which former Vikings quarterback went on to win a Super Bowl ring with Seattle? Put your answer in the comments.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who would have been the.
Did it? Parents were probably very proud of him. We're gonna go into some of the top comments of the week. Let's start off with Martin Olson. Says, with Geno, I'm nervous. Without, I'm confident. And Geno's playing.
Yeah, Geno Smith, he's a great story. He, was a draft bust, comes back. He's carved a nice career here in Seattle, or there in Seattle. Any veteran quarterback, if they have time, is going to, have success against Brian Flores' defense. I just think we can get to him with this O-line of the Seahawks. Hit him a couple times. He's already not feeling great. One hit will put him in it'll make him skittish.
Martin, we've played so much better quarterbacks this year than Geno. There's nothing to be nervous about. It'll be okay. Geno throws a lot of interceptions. Really isn't overly that great. Good story. Nothing to be nervous about, Martin. T-Bass comes out and says, another 8-tackle game for Cashman. He is the MVP of this team. Is T-Bass on to something there? Is Blake Cashman the MVP of the Minnesota Vikings?
Oh, I think we saw it when he was MVP of the defense. When he was out, this defense was completely different. It was ass. It hurt. It was tough to watch. He comes back. Things start clicking again. He is the catalyst. We call him that all year long. He makes everything go, having him there in the middle. Not only does he produce, he sets up other plays. I wouldn't say MVP of the team, but definitely MVP of the defense.
Yeah, but it's close. Mm-hmm. It's close. He is such an impact out there. FW Ender says, went into a weed coma, missed the second half.
Yeah, he kind of forecasted during the first half of that game, even the pregame. I think he started. So not surprised to hear that.
FW, man, we gotta figure that out. Can't be missing second halves.
Yeah, you don't want to missing games.
Can't be having that. Next thing you know, it's gonna be missed the whole game. Next thing it's gonna be missed the last 3 weeks. FW, we got to pull her together.
And then
we're in this together. All right, we're still going to talk about the 3 most important players for the game, but we got a couple more comments as well. Ethan Anthony. I honestly don't care who we play. We can beat any team. The Rams would be good. They aren't as good as advertised. We played our worst game against them. Anyway, every team in the playoffs, let's beat whoever is in front of us 1 game at a time.
Yeah, I feel like you almost don't have to comment on this. He said it very well. I agree. I think we can beat any team, and that's what this Minnesota Vikings team has proven. Yeah, the Rams game wasn't our best. It was a short week. They just got Puka also was activated like 2:00 that day out of nowhere. So, yeah, it was a tough draw there, and the Vikings did play like shit. Some calls didn't go our way either. And the Lions game, the offense gets a first down. We win that game. So we could definitely beat them as well. So, yeah, I agree. Who gives a shit? Bring it on. This team has proven it can win. It's not always pretty, but they figure out ways to win games, and that's what I like about them.
Yeah, I got to get my panties out of a bunch. I keep looking at who we might play in the playoffs. God, it's like whoever. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. It's cliche. But to be the best, you got to beat the best. So we'll handle them. I do want to get greedy though and get that number 1 seed so we can play at home. So
it would be nice.
Then it really won't matter. All right, last one. T6. If Darnold takes the Super Bowl, he will get a contract. How could you not sign him?
If he takes us or wins the Super Bowl?
Takes us to a Super Bowl.
Maybe we win, maybe we don't. I don't get why that's always the factor. Like if he gets us there or wins it,
pretty big factor.
To me, it's mission accomplished. Great, move on. You got your guy. Now you can start rebuilding with your young quarterback. To me, to me, it doesn't matter.
Lupagus talking like the Vikings have won Super Bowls just won 10 Super Bowls.
You win it. So now it's a great time to move on.
If he gets to the Super Bowl anything can happen, and nobody can complain. If they sign him, no bitching. Yeah, I'm no kidding. It's all you do is complain.
I'm gonna
Vikings 12-2. Lupagus just wah.
What am I whang about?
Just complaining. If he gets us there, mission accomplished. Like it's old news.
It's mission accomplished. Now you got a young quarterback.
No,
JJ McCarthy wasn't here.
Mission he comes back next year and wins the Super Bowl.
Mission
is not accomplished to get to the Super Bowl. That is it.
The mission is to win it.
Exactly. There we go.
But you could win it with JJ McCarthy next year too. Invest the money out of other places.
I know. We're going to be talking about Sam Darnold and what's going to happen for nauseating amounts. All right, we got top three important players for the Seahawks Vikings game on Sunday. Maybe we got the same. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to start on the Seahawks defense. Go with Leonard Williams. Like, you look at just the success, even not really great players have had against this Vikings D-line. Some guys last couple weeks, 15 sacks, never even heard of who the hell they are. Leonard Williams is a certified beast. Blake Brandel struggled. Cam Robinson's had his ups and downs, and obviously Garrett Bradbury is a huge issue. So if I'm the Seahawks, I'm putting Leonard Williams right over those guys and letting him wreak havoc, and that does worry me quite a bit.
Yeah, Leonard Williams is easy. 7 sacks this year. The dude is an absolute monster. Always wanted him to be a Viking. I actually looked him up. He's not a free agent for like 2 more years, and he's going to be old as hell. So maybe we'll sign him when he's like 35, and my heart will be happy. Viking side, I'm going Aaron Jones. Yep. I got Aaron Jones again he's got to have another tough game. Seattle's given up 128 yards on the ground. Aaron Jones should get a ton of that. I want 100 yards on a Mr. Jones. I think this is a game where we rely heavily on that run. The Seattle's got some decent corners back there that scare me a little bit.
Yeah, they do. I think they're giving up like 230-something pass yards a game. So pretty stingy against the pass. This should be an Aaron Jones game. Feed him. I'm torn here on this one because I feel like corners could definitely be picked. But I'm going to go Harrison Phillips again. Run defense needs to be stout this week. Kenny Walker, Zach Charbonnet, it's a 1-2 punch. They're going to keep running it. Vikings were giving up some pretty big chunks against the Bears early in that game. Tighten up a little bit, then the Bears just abandoned the run. So that does concern me. So Harrison Phillips, I feel like he was better last week than he was the week before. Let's take another step and get back to where you're playing about 3-4 weeks ago. I still don't really remember Harrison Phillips doing anything last week. He had like 1 tackle. He was better than he was against the who was it the week before? It was horrible. Well, yeah, no. My last one is Byron Murphy. Yep. Byron Murphy, second in the league with 6 interceptions. Geno Smith gives up the ball a lot. Seattle is like 14 or 15 interceptions this year. Byron Murphy's getting 2 picks on Sunday. Wow. 2. Merry Christmas to us. Merry Christmas to Byron Murphy as well. Absolutely. You got anyone else? No, those are my 3. I was also. I mean, we were thinking the same. I think we're seeing this game the same way. All right, let's go to the trivia answer. You got a guess? I do have a guess. I was trying to think of that time frame when the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, who it could have been, and I came up with Brooks Bollinger. Tavares Jackson. Should have known that. Yeah, it was Tavares. That was pretty easy. It was easy. That's why Brooks Bollinger, but not a bad guess. Well, I was trying to think who the hell could have been a backup to Wilson then. I guess I thought Tavares' time with the Seahawks was a little bit later. All right, let's go. So I was trying to figure out a Christmas question and like the best gift or whatever. That's too easy. Then it's always Sam Darnold or Blake Casper and Gennard. So I'm going a different route. I'm going stocking stuffer. The best Viking stocking stuffer, where just a guy, stockings are fantastic, but they're not the big gift. But who's the best stocking stuffer the Vikings have gotten? Nice little value, nice little treat, maybe a little unexpected this year. And comments, who is your favorite? What is your best stocking stuffer? Thank you for not putting that creepy ass game show guy dressed up as Santa, because that guy freaks me out. This Santa looks very kind. No, that game show guy is a very nice grandpa. Takes his grandchildren out for ice cream. Really nice guy, respected in the community as well. Yeah. No, these are good. All good options here. I'm kind of torn between a couple. I think I'm going to go with, you probably aren't going to be surprised, but Jalen Redmond. Like, sometimes you get a real nice surprise in your stocking, and you're like, holy shit, this turned out to be pretty awesome. Wasn't expecting that. That's what Jalen Redmond's been. I mean, this guy who signed like in June from the UFL, like just an extreme long shot after the undrafted rookies. That's when you start seeing this guy get playing time, somehow makes the team, and then he starts getting active on game day, and he starts producing. You see him out there just, running over the field, making plays, swatting down passes. He's been a huge surprise. That's why I'm going Jalen Redmond.
Yeah, I think story-wise, like it adds a lot to Jalen Redmond. As far as like impact, I mean, he's had some good plays. There's no wrong answers here. This is stocking. This is a stocking stuffer. But I'm actually going Shaq Griffin. Shaq Griffin, Byron Murphy gets a lot of the love. Cam Bynum gets a lot of the love. Shaq Griffin, when he's out there, he's played actually pretty damn good. So Shaq Griffin, stepping up big out there. Thank you, Shaq.
Yeah, my second was going to be Cam Akers.
Yeah, Cam Akers. And Jerry Tillery. Even with the best gift, I probably would have put Jerry Tillery on there because I love Jerry Tillery. And he's actually having a decent season.
He is. He's having a decent season. Well done, Jerry.
All right, we got we're gonna do the opposite side of that thing as far as who's this year's lump of coal. But first, just a quick shout out, just some random members.
Yeah.
We got a lot more in this, but appreciate all the members this year. We got a ton of them.
Thank you so much.
Here's some random, a lot of familiar names here. So thank you to everybody. Thank you to all of our members.
Yep.
But let's go to the lump of coal. Who gets the lump of coal this year? And really, this is based off of kind of expectations and just like, oh, it's over. Like Jalen Naylor, high expectations. He came out firing right out of the gate.
Huge camp.
Touchdowns, right? I mean, and then Ty Chandler, like, hey, he's going to be a nice little number 2 to Aaron Jones. Shit, we end up trading for Cam Akers. He's so bad. And Ed Ingram just gets flat out finally benched.
I think that was a horse apple he's putting in there. I don't think that's a lump of coal. That's one of those horse apples.
That is absolutely a lump. That is a beautiful lump of coal.
There's hair on it. For God's sake.
There's no hair. Right there. There's no hair on that.
What's that light brown stuff there on the upper edge?
Well, obviously you don't spend as much time in the mines as I do, because that is a lump of coal. It's a rock. I don't know.
I'm still sticking with the horse apple. Lump of coal. I think it's got to be Ed Ingram. He was so bad he lost his job. At least, Ty Chandler did get demoted. Jalen Naylor has had some really, really bad plays. So those are all definitely coals. But Ingram was pulled. And, I was so sick of watching him fumble around with their penalties, tripping his players. That's just something he continued to do.
Yeah, I actually see that as the reverse. I see that as kind of a win that he finally got benched. So I'd feel bad giving him the lump of coal. Like, he is a lump of coal, but I see it as a like we returned the gift for something better. I don't even know. I don't even have an answer. I'm gonna go Jalen Naylor.
I was gonna say, because you can't use that argument with Ty Chandler because that gift was returned as well.
For what?
Cam Akers.
Yeah, but we had to not only did we bring the receipt, we had to bring money to get Cam Akers.
Upgrade it a little bit.
Yeah, we upgraded, but we had to give something up.
Trading those Arizona jeans for a pair of Jabos.
Yeah, no. You'd have to trade in like 10 pair of Arizona jeans to get Jabos. Jalen Naylor, just the touchdown drops.
Yeah.
Can't rely on him on third. I mean, Trent Sherfield's been out there a lot more. Brandon Paul's been out there a lot more, which has been good. But Jalen Naylor, man.
On a couple special teams blunders, too. Wasn't he the one who tried to make the Odell Beckham catch on the punt early in the season?
Yeah. You know what? Happy thoughts. You're right. He was.
Yeah, I thought so.
I think it was him. Yeah, it was him. Anyways, that's our lump of coal. Let us know down in the comments. And that is it for Rise and SKOL this wonderful Friday morning. Hope everybody has a wonderful Friday. We'll be here. We'll be here all weekend, streaming on Sunday. Vikings whoop little ass against the Seahawks. Any final thoughts?
I think this will be a close game on Sunday. I really do. I think the Vikings will come on top, but I think this one's going to be it's going to be a tough sled for the Vikings.
On the round table, Nick predicted the Vikings to win 42-10.
Wow.
And I think it was Dion. It was like 30-13. I mean, they're
I hope so.
Some big games. So I hope they're right. I hope they're right. Seattle can't look past them.
No, and I hate the fact they got smoked last week. That's what I hate. I wish it was a closer game.
To be fair, I think they've been smoked a handful of times.
I know, but I feel like they're going to be really trying extra hard.
I don't know if they're really that good. I hope not. We'll see.
We'll find out.
It's going to be a game. Hit that sub, hit that like, hit up those comments, and thanks for watching.
Yeah, remember this. Shaquille O'Neal has a doctoral degree in education.